The next Need for Speed game has been temporarily shelved until 2022 in favor of the upcoming Battlefield title, as developer Criterion has been switched to the first-person shooter. Criterion has been away from the Need for Speed games for a bit now, their last fully developed Need for Speed game being Most Wanted in 2012. Despite being repurposed to Battlefield, which comes out later this year, their current project will not be discarded, just placed on the back burner so that Battlefield has more hands on deck. Another factor that went into this decision was the fact that EA just recently acquired developer Codemasters, so the would-be upcoming Need for Speed game is not the sole racing game that EA would have released this year, now that Codemasters' F1 release is part of their roster. The highly anticipated Elden Ring from developers From Software had a trailer leak, which is causing quite the stir for Elden Ring fans. From Software has developed several games which have earned a massive following, including Bloodborne and Dark Souls. Elden Ring was announced at E3 2019 and was written jointly with Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin. The trailer, at just over a minute long, shows character models which are similar to From Software's previous protagonists, vast, beautiful fantasy landscapes, and massive creatures. Rumors about Elden Ring speak of setbacks which might push the game out to 2022, but some are hopeful the leak of this trailer will force the publisher to come forward with more information. Bethesda announced a VR version of the now 17-year-old Doom 3 for PlayStation VR on the PS4 and with backwards compatibility on the PlayStation 5. The oddball of the Doom series took a different route to combat, focusing more on survival and horror than the frenetic, chaotic action of all the others. It was somewhat divisive in its time, however, the horror vibes and slower paced gameplay make it a primary candidate for virtual reality. Some quality of life changes have been implemented for VR play, such as a wrist-mounted HUD, weapon-mounted flashlight, and a quick turn ability. Some effects have been upgraded as well, such as textures, shaders, and sound effects. Doom 3 VR will release March 29th. Naughty Dog has something lined up to show its fans soon, according to a tweet from creative director Neil Druckmann. In a post on March 2nd, he explained that while he cannot comment on any future projects at the moment, Naughty Dog has several cool things which they cannot wait to share. In a previous interview, Druckmann implied that any sort of future project will either be a sequel to the Last of Us series or something new entirely. But whatever it is, Naughty Dog has a history of making uncompromising games and is sure to push the limit when announced. Marvel's Avengers, developed by Crystal Dynamics, is getting an update to its XP and leveling system come March 18th. This also happens to be the day the free upgrade to Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 arrives for those who already own the game. Crystal Dynamics believes the level cap of 50 is too quickly and easily reached, and is therefore scaling the amount of experience needed per level after level 25 until the max is reached. Cosmetics are also getting a rework, with random cosmetics being turned off in favor of a more consistent cosmetic reward system. March 18th also heralds in the second chapter of Season 1, Future Imperfect. Nintendo is allegedly gearing up to announce an improved Nintendo Switch, the main point of upgrade being a larger 7-inch OLED screen. Updates will also include the ability for the device to output 4K to an external monitor. OLEDs are popular for their deep blacks, punchy contrast, and quick response times, all things which benefit gamers, especially many of the bright, colorful worlds of the Nintendo Switch. Samsung seems to be the supplier behind the screens, which, although an upgrade from the current Switch panels, remain at 720p. Despite Nintendo denying claims that a Switch Pro is going to happen, evidence is mounting against their statements. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts, or BAFTA nominees, have been picked and include many returns of previous award winners and nominees of 2020. The Last of Us makes the nominee list for many categories, including Best Game, Audio Achievement, and Animation. Other nominees include Hades, Doom Eternal, and Spider-Man Miles Morales. There are some previously unseen games which have slipped in due to release timing, such as Cyberpunk 2077, which has been nominated for several awards as well, including Artistic Achievement and Narrative. The award winners will be streamed online Thursday, March 25th.